Chiefs fans, welcome back to the channel. Before we get started with today's exclusive updates, be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any breaking news about the Kansas City Chiefs. Let's talk about a major roster move and how it could impact the team heading into a crucial matchup on Sunday night against the Chargers. The Chiefs are an impressive 11-1, but even the best teams face challenges. Injuries have plagued the wide receiver group this season. We've already been without Marquise Brown since the preseason due to a shoulder injury, and Rashee Rice's breakout season was cut short in Week 4 with a season-ending injury against the Chargers. Just when we thought things couldn't get any tougher, Mecole Hardman was sidelined with a knee injury. On Friday, Hardman was listed as questionable after not participating in practice. On Saturday, the Chiefs confirmed that he has been placed on injured reserve, ruling him out for at least 4 weeks. Hardman's season has been far from spectacular, 12 receptions for 90 yards in 12 games, but his presence as a versatile contributor on offense and special teams will undoubtedly be missed. In response to this setback, the Chiefs promoted Nico Remigio from the practice squad to the active roster. Remigio, an undrafted sophomore out of Fresno State, is an intriguing addition. While he has yet to record any NFL stats, his college performance has been promising. At Fresno State, he had 852 receiving yards, 6 touchdowns on 74 receptions, and led the Mountain West Conference with 259 punt return yards and 2 touchdowns. That makes him a potential weapon not only on offense, but in the return game as well. The Chiefs' decision to sign Remigio shows their focus on maintaining depth in critical areas. Mecole Hardman was the only player to return punts for the Chiefs this season, but now that responsibility could fall to Remigio. His success in college as a punt returner could make him a perfect fit to take on that role. But that's not all. Alongside Remigio, the Chiefs also elevated linebacker Swayze Bozeman and tight end Baylor Cupp from the practice squad. While their promotions are categorized as standard game day elevations and they revert to the practice squad after the game, it's clear the Chiefs are leaving no stone unturned to ensure they're ready for Sunday night's showdown. This is another example of the challenges the Chiefs have faced and overcome this season. Even with injuries to key players like Brown, Rice, and now Hardman, the team has continued to thrive, thanks in large part to midseason additions like DeAndre Hopkins, who has been a game-changer since joining. Hopkins' ability to stretch the field and create opportunities has kept the offense dynamic and allowed Patrick Mahomes to perform at his MVP caliber level. Of course, this means the remaining receivers, Hopkins, Xavier Worthy, and Travis Kelce, will have to shoulder an even bigger load. The offensive scheme could also see more involvement from younger players like Remigio, which could be an exciting development for fans. So, Chiefs fans, what do you think of this latest lineup change? Do you think Nico Remigio can make an impact on offense or special teams? How much will the team miss Mecole Hardman, especially in the return game? Let's start. There's a buzz surrounding one of our players, and it's catching the attention of none other than the Buffalo Bills. As we gear up for the playoffs, we know the focus is on another Super Bowl run for Kansas City, but that doesn't mean other teams aren't making plans this offseason. The Buffalo Bills, a team trying to extend their championship window, are being urged to consider making a move for one of our impending free agents, Josh Uche. Now, let's back up for a second. Uche joined the Chiefs at the trade deadline this season in a deal with the New England Patriots. At just 26 years old, he arrived as a promising pass rusher with a ton of potential. But let's be honest, since arriving in Kansas City, he hasn't exactly set the world on fire. In 12 games split between the Patriots and Chiefs, Uche has recorded just 15 tackles and 2 sacks. Those aren't impressive numbers, and it's fair to question whether he's found his place in our defensive system. But here's the thing. Teams like the Bills look beyond the stats. They're remembering Uche's breakout 2022 season with the Patriots, when he racked up 11.5 sacks, 27 tackles, and 2 forced fumbles in just 15 games. That kind of production doesn't just disappear, it's about finding the right scheme and opportunity. Bleacher Report is already floating the idea that the Bills could swoop in and sign Uche this offseason. Why? Because they're looking to move on from aging stars like Von Miller, whose massive contract could be restructured or cut to free up cap space. Uche, still young and affordable, could be a solid pairing with Buffalo's rising star Gregory Rousseau on the edge. Now, what does this mean for us Chiefs fans? For starters, it signals that Uche may not be part of Kansas City's long-term plans. After all, he hasn't carved out a significant role here, and with other priorities on defense, the front office may not see him as a player who needs to be added. But let's not ignore the bigger picture. Uche's departure, if it happens, could open up cap space to pursue other key free agents or retain players who are more integral to our system. At the same time, it's worth noting that losing talent, even depth players like Uche, always comes with risks. So, Chiefs fans, what do you think? Should we make a push to re-sign Josh Uche and see if he can unlock his potential in Kansas City? Or is it better to let him walk and trust that we can find other pass-rushing talent in the draft or in free agency? We have some big moves to talk about, and the spotlight is on one player who is finally getting his chance. Unfortunately, wide receiver Mecole Hardman has been placed on injured reserve due to a knee injury, meaning he won't be eligible to return until Week 18 against the Broncos. It's a tough break for Hardman, but this move has created an opportunity for an underdog to step in. Say hello to Nico Remigio, the second-year wide receiver who has struggled on the practice squad and is now officially signed to the active roster. Chiefs fans, this is a story of perseverance and grit. Remigio has been fighting for his chance since joining the team, and after standout performances during OTAs, training camp, and the preseason, he is finally getting his moment. Remigio is expected to take over Hardman's punt and kick return duties, which will be a big test under the bright lights of Sunday Night Football. While his primary role will likely be on special teams, don't count him out as a potential weapon on offense. His ability to step in and make plays could add a surprising new dynamic to the team. When asked about this opportunity, Remigio shared a powerful message with reporters. Yeah, just stay resilient. And that's really been the moral of my whole journey. Just stay resilient and keep punching. You know, I've always been an underdog at every level of football that I've played. So, being in this position is nothing new to me. Just making sure that I'm still fighting and, like I said, being the best version of myself every day. How can you not root for a guy like that? That's the kind of determination that inspires not only teammates, but fans like us. And let's not forget, Remigio has been turning heads for months now. From the praise of special teams coordinator Dave Tubb to the positive feedback from offensive coordinator Matt Nagy and even backup QB Carson Wentz, he's proven he belongs here. Now, there's more to consider. This move could also signal that Hollywood Brown, who is awaiting a return from injury designation, isn't ready to resume practice. With Hardman out and Brown's timetable uncertain, Remigio's role could extend beyond just a one-week appearance, giving him even more of a chance to prove himself. But that's not the only roster move worth noting. With tight end Peyton Hendershot out, Baylor Cupp has been promoted from the practice squad. This could be a strategic move, as the Chargers have struggled against 12 and 13 personnel this season. Don't be surprised if Cupp gets 15 to 20 snaps on offense while also contributing on special teams. And finally, linebacker Swayze Bozeman was also promoted to bolster the special teams unit. His promotion shows how much emphasis Kansas City is putting on ensuring depth in all phases of the game. So, Chiefs fans, what do you think of these moves? Are you excited to see Nico Remigio finally get his chance? Do you think he can deliver as a punt and kick returner, or perhaps even find a role on offense? And how do you feel about the other elevations for Week 14? Let me know in the comments below. And before you go, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you're always in the loop. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, go Chiefs!